Hello, my friends. You are welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Onyebuchi, and I try to make maths make sense in this channel. In this episode, we are going to be discussing a very interesting subject and a very important subject at that too, because believe it or not, this could be one of the reasons why you are struggling with mathematics. I want to explain in this episode the difference between positive numbers and negative numbers. It is not new to us. We all know it. We know what positive numbers are and we know what negative numbers are. But in this video, I want to take a deep dive and explain the conceptual difference between positive numbers and negative numbers. Please stay tuned. In a couple of minutes, I'm going to explain it in a very easy way. So let's dive right into it. Let's assume that I have 10 oranges. Okay? I have 10 oranges. Then something happened. I lost all the oranges. Then another state again. I, I am in a position where I need 10 oranges. I don't have money to buy the 10 oranges, but I have a friend that has more than enough oranges. So I went to my friend and I borrowed 10 oranges. From what I have just narrated so far, we can bring out the following. The first one is, at that state where I have 10 oranges, I can write a simple sentence and say, I have 10 oranges. Okay? In the second state where I lost all the oranges, I'm left with no oranges, I can write that second state, I can now write, I don't have any oranges. The third state where I went to my friend and I borrowed 10 oranges, I can write, I am owing 10 oranges. I'm owing 10 oranges. So these are the three different states. So far, what I've been telling you is self-explanatory. Okay? But this is the logic that gave rise to positive numbers and negative number. Don't worry, I'm going to explain in a very short while. Let's consider the first state where I have 10 oranges. If somebody asks me, Gucci, how many oranges do you have at this state? The correct answer I'm going to give to the person is plus 10 oranges. Okay? At this point where I have no oranges and somebody asks me, Gucci, let's assume I'm at the state where I don't have any oranges. Somebody asks me, Gucci, how many oranges do you have? The correct answer I'm going to give to the person is 0. 0 oranges, no oranges. Now let's go to the third state where I am owing 10 oranges. And somebody asks me, if I'm at that state and somebody asks me, how many oranges do you have, Gucci? The correct mathematical answer I'm going to give to the person is minus 10 oranges. Let's leave out this part for time being. Let's consider the points where I have plus 10 oranges, and let's consider when I have minus 10 oranges. Let's read this statement again. I have 10 oranges. The major phrase I want you to take out of there is I have. I have. I'm in possession of. So if you are counting or you have anything, or you see any number where you have it as a positive number, just know that whatever item that is being counted, or whatever idea that is being counted, or anything that is being counted, means that the person has it in its possession, okay? Or the thing has it in its possession. I have is the reason why we have plus 10. Plus is addition, okay? It is in my possession. Now let's go to the third one where I say I am owing 10 oranges, and I'm asked how many oranges do I have? The correct mathematical answer is minus 10. It is minus 10 because I'm owing. So in a nutshell, what I want to bring out from here is that whenever you see a positive, I'm using oranges as an example, it could be anything. Whenever you see a positive number, just know that it is attached to abundance, possession, you are not owing. Okay? Whenever you see a negative number, it is attached to indebtedness. This is very important. Let's take, for instance, you meet a rice merchant, somebody that sells rice in bag, and you ask him, how many bags of rice do you have in your shop? If he's mathematically inclined, he can tell you, I have minus 50 bags of rice. What that simply means is that he has no rice in his shop. As a matter of fact, he is owing 50 bags of rice. What it means is that probably if he gets rice, maybe some customers have paid for the rice upfront and he has not supplied them. So he's telling that he has. So whenever the rice comes, he will need to offset the 50 bags of rice. So this is the basic logic behind positive number and negative number. It sounds so simple, but then please, my years of teaching mathematics have shown me that this is where most of us get it wrong. We have to internalize it, we have to think about it, that positive number has to do with possession and negative number has to do with indebtedness. Just like in the case of my oranges, I'm owing 10 oranges means the number of oranges I have is minus 10. I have 10 oranges means the number of oranges I have is plus 10. This is very important. We're almost coming to the end of the video, but I want to point out something very important. Sometimes at this state, if I'm asked how many oranges do I have, at this state where I have 10 oranges, instead of writing plus 10, I can say I have 10 oranges without indicating the plus there. It doesn't mean that it is not a positive number. So the point I want to bring out is that positive number can be written with the plus at the front or written without the plus. So if you have a number like this, let me use the second marker. If you have a number like this, let's say 25 as a number. For the mere fact that they didn't include minus at the front, so just know that 25 is the same thing with plus 25. Okay? But let's assume that I want to write, probably I'm owing somebody 25 bags of rice as a rice merchant, and I want to write the number of rice that I have. I must include minus before the 25. The minus simply indicates that I am owing 25 bags of rice. Okay? And another thing I want to bring out before we conclude this video is, if, like in this case where I have 10, I'm owing 10 oranges, and I'm asked how many oranges do I have, it is wrong if I want to say minus 10 oranges, I write 10 first before putting the minus at the back. No. The sign of the number will always come at the front, come before the number. This is also very important. Very, very important. Take note of it. If you want to write a negative number, the sign will always be at the front. If you want to write a positive number and indicates plus, the sign should also be at the front. That is it. I hope you enjoyed the video on the difference between positive numbers and negative number. Please, if you do, encourage us by subscribing to the channel, sharing our video, and commenting on the video. If you have any question pertaining to this topic that I've shared today, feel free to write your question in the comment section. I'll go through it and I will give you the right answer. I will give you the answer as much as I can. Thank you very much for your time. Stay tuned and look out for more interesting maths videos that go to the roots, videos that explain majority of the confusions that you might be having with mathematics. Thank you and God bless.